$36.8 million in cap space still. That's sixth most in the NFL. 32 teams. We got the sixth most, right? We had the most cap space at certain points this offseason. Before the draft, we were roughly around third. Before free agency hit, roughly around third. And now we're still at sixth. And that's with extending Maxx Crosby, signing Geno Smith. There's still a couple.
Entire draft class.
The whole draft class, right? Which every other team does. So we're not going to move that crazy. But yeah, to that point. Colton Miller still kind of a wild card. He potentially could be extended. Jacoby Myers could be extended. But really, we're looking at like not just like cap space, but space that needs to be spent or you lose it, right? So like we're going to have to be signing some people. Do you have your eyes on anybody, Soto? Because this isn't so much like, we're going to sit on it. It's like, no, if you don't use it, you lose it. Signs or trades?
Yeah, I don't see like a ton out there right now that I would probably wait until the later cuts from like the late cuts from training camp. Mm-hmm. But none of these guys really, bust my onions any to really try to go out there and say we got to go out and spend money on this specific guy. None of these guys, they have huge question marks. That's why they're out there. And yeah, man, the Asante Samuel, shoulder injury is really concerning. He was one of the guys that I was looking at like, hey, man, this guy can be good, this and that. But he had a serious injury to his shoulder. That's why teams are staying away there. I don't know, man. I just think I would wait to see what, if these guys aren't going to be earth-shattering moves, like long-term starters, they're just going to be kind of like gap fillers for the time being. I would just wait to see what gets released later.
So this is my strategy. And I think based on Spytek's moves, I think he's thinking the same thing. We're obviously going to try to be as good as possible this season. Try to win as many games as possible this season. Field is a good team. Start a new culture, get the optimism going, set a new standard, meet it, beat it. That's there. That is the goal. That is the idea. However, I think realistically, as a GM, you are irresponsible and bad at your job if you just all in every season, don't have a long-term plan. I think 2 years from now is the big splash. And you heard me, just a second ago, like there's no veteran presence really at like linebacker or DB, which is different than our wide receiver room, right? Our wide receiver room is nice and tiered, right? You got Jacoby, you got Trey, a couple rookies, a second rounder that should be a contributor right away, a fucking gazelle from Tennessee that could, needs a lot of work, but could be Randy Moss, right? Like there's like the potential, like the ceiling is, Eiffel Tower high, right? I don't want to add, like we do need a Super Bowl winning team needs wide receiver help. I don't want to add it because we got developmental. We're good enough here. We're diversified enough. We got young guys coming up. But it's a bad allocation of resources. Linebacker, a different story. It's young and that's it. I do want a veteran presence. And even if it's just a 1-year deal, and again, we're not going all in to win this season, but a veteran, show these guys how it works. Show these guys how you can do it. Like Devin White's 27, but I want like a seasoned, respected dude. I want someone like that. And the exact same case with the DBs. I want a seasoned, respected guy brought in. And if it's a 1-year deal, okay. 2-year deal, okay. We have the cap space to be able to do that. To just say, you know what? Is this guy the key to us winning the Super Bowl? Hopefully, probably not. But he serves a much bigger purpose. And that's building a team that in 2026, we can come off of a massively improved 2025. This guy's made everyone around him better. His veteranship has bled into all these young guys. And he can propel this squad to step up a level. So you're exactly right. Are there guys out there in free agency that are knocking our socks off and you're like, he's going to bring our room to where it needs to be? No. But when you have this much cap where you literally have to spend it or you lose it, bring in some veterans that maybe they're overpaying a little bit for like the number of tackles we'll get in this season, but they round out a room that could really use some rounding out. Hey, you made it to the end of our video. Great job. I know you want more. Go ahead and click the next video. And if you're feeling crazy, go ahead and subscribe.